Hi everyone, it's Dee from Turtle Dove. How's everyone going? I am doing a little bit of an experiment today. I'm trying to record this WIP and chat with my iPhone. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Of course, I didn't bring my, what do you call it, timer. I will just go and get that. I used it yesterday. It was in the kitchen. Now this is on a clip, my phone, just sort of on a shelf next to me with a round LED light. So I can't really see unless I look right under. But we'll see how we go. I'm going to try and keep this to no more than 20 minutes. So I'm going to put the timer over there. And yeah, I'll see how that turns out. But this is what I've been working on, my Christmas snowman cross stitch. So I've done a little bit. That's what I've done, you can see at the back. So I've done all this red pieces, I've started the black, and I did a bit of the this is sort of like an ivory colour here and some peach. So I'm going to work on the black today. So I find putting a book or a box, I'm just using this boxed crystal book collection, and I'm just hanging that over my table. And I have my black thread here. So this is 14 count, so that means you need 2 threads with that. Oh, do you like my nails as well? I did an ASMR video. I haven't edited that yet. I've just been unwell, but I made an ASMR, recorded an ASMR video applying them. And I thought before they fall off, it's been about 3 days, I would show them off as well. So now I'm just pulling these out individually. Yeah, the thumbs have already popped off a couple of times. So I put them back on this morning. And then the middle one fell off this morning as well. I've put another size on there. So they basically last me 4 days before they start. 3-4 days. I'm quite rough with my nails. So anyway, I just take 2 out individually, lay them on my lap, unwind them. I'll just put that aside. Sometimes they get a little bit knotted up. And I did work out how to use that threader. So I'll show you. I find with this black thread, there's little nodules on there, here and there. It's not quite even, and they do tend to gather up more the more you cross stitch. And some pieces are worse than others. There's a little one there. I'm going to just cut that length off because I know that'll eventually knot up. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little nodule there on one of the threads. It feels smooth, but it will gather up. So I'm getting rid of that. Now let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in close. This is just an experiment. I don't know if I've been having all sorts of trouble with my camera. So I'm trying to learn how to use the phone, but I don't have all the equipment to hold it up properly. So anyway, so this is, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is the little threaders you can get. This metal, I've got 2 size hooks on there. I'm just using the big side. So you just thread this over the hook, which it's a bit embarrassing to say, but even I find that hard sometimes. But there we go. You just put that down like that. Then you get your thread. Hold that, get your thread over the hook like that and pull it. And then you just push that through like that. It's really easy. And not as frustrating as trying to thread it yourself like I've been doing. So I think this is about almost 2 metre lengths. Not quite. Maybe 1.5, 1.75 metre lengths, which is a good length to work with. So I'm just going to finish off here. Now, where am I? Let's see if I can... I need to have this out. I'll put this box there to keep that still. And let's see. Yeah, I've got to learn. I don't know how to zoom in while it's recording. So I'm going to have to read up about that. But anyway, let's see where I'm going to put the tail. Over there. So yeah, this is really all I've been doing the last 2 or 3 weeks. Actually, I won't bring that so high up. Let's start again. There we go. And I cannot find my wax anywhere. And I think that would help a lot with this thread. I don't know where it is. But yeah, I've been cross-stitching, trying to get this one finished. I finished my lemon tea cross-stitch, which you may have seen. So yeah, I want to finish this one and then I'll be doing my Christmas diamond painting. And I've still got my Emerald City to do too, but that's a really big one and I'm waiting for summer to do that one. I might start that after Christmas actually, because once I get it started, it's got to lay flat and it's so big. So I think I'll wait for after Christmas for that one. And then I can just work on it a lot and, you know, maybe get it done in a month. That one will need to be placed, I think, on the dining table, the kitchen dining table. So we're already 8 minutes in, you see, this is how quick it goes. But yeah, there's a lot of black in this one. I love the little cap that I'm cross-stitching at the moment. And there's not any confetti cross-stitching to do, so this is a really easy one, which I'm really enjoying. And it does make a big difference using the frame as well. I've got my oldest granddaughter just spending a few hours with me today later on. She was supposed to sleep over at school the last week of school holidays. Actually, it's the last day of school holidays. It's a Friday. And because I've got this terrible cold and I'm just up all night coughing and things, so I thought I'd just spend some time doing some crafting with her, which she loves doing. So yeah, be able to do more fun things in the summer. It's been terribly stormy and wet last night because we've got the edge of all the wet weather that is heading, or has probably already passed Victoria and New South Wales, which are on high flood alert. So we've got a lot of flooding in Australia at the moment going on. So that's no good. Now, I normally work a little bit quicker, but I'm sitting on the left a little bit more, whereas usually I'll be right over it. But I don't want to get in the way of the camera, so... So once I cross stitch over here, then I can cut that thread flush with the aider, and you won't even see, and underneath it's caught everything, so it's going to stay in place. And hopefully my big hands aren't going to get too much in the way. I need to set up so that the camera's in front of me but higher, and I don't have any shelving or anything to hook anything to, so got to look into that. But I've noticed taking pictures with my phone, oh, it's actually really crisp, the images, and I'm just wondering if it would actually be better filming with my camera. And I could probably learn how to edit straight from that too, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'll just transfer the data over onto my desktop computer. I use the software, editing software called Caden Live, and I'm just familiar with that, so it took me long enough just to learn the basics on that. I don't do anything fancy at all with editing. Basically just fading in and out, and any cuts. I see how it can knot up, and if you use wax, that helps to just run through the holes smoothly. And I don't know where it is. I don't know where I've put it. So yeah, I worked on this a lot yesterday, Sunday. Not Sunday, it feels like. My husband's had off for a week as well. He's got the same cold as I, although not as bad, but he ended up with a sinus infection. And he's also on antibiotics. But I was just saying, because he's been home, it feels like it's been a weekend, but it's not. It's a Friday. So, yeah, that's why I mentioned Sunday yesterday, but it wasn't. It was Thursday. And this is all I've been doing. It's just having breaks, laying down, and then getting up and doing a bit of cross-stitching, a bit of Googling, and then the same again. So that's been my last 3 weeks. But I promise I'll get better soon, and then I'll stop whinging about everything. And my belly's rumbling because I haven't had breakfast. I think I need a nice cup of tea or something, actually. I'm just going to cut that little tag off, the tail. Can be difficult to see with black and navy blue, so you need good lighting. We got our quarter electricity bill and it's almost $800, and we haven't used heating an awful lot over the winter. We did have it on for half hour in the mornings or mostly at nights during winter, but you know, not a rule, not every night. And I think hubby sneaks it on in the mornings for half hour just to, because he gets up early to go to work, so he could be up at 4:35 in the morning, so he'll put it on maybe for half hour or so. But yeah, not using a lot of heating and still that expensive. How are you all doing in that regard? And I think it's only going to get worse next year. It's going to be even more expensive. I just feel for the countries that they're just going to go through a very, very cold, icy winter. I can't imagine what that sort of cold would be like. We're sort of lucky here in Australia. It can get very cold, but at least we can still keep warm with extra clothing and blankets and keeping all the curtains shut, like shutting the house down sort of, you know, before it gets too cold in the evening, keeping some of that warmth in. And I find even with cooking, that'll warm the house up a little bit too, even though you don't have the heating on. But yeah, everything's crazy at the moment around the globe with everything happening. In my 57 years here on the earth, I've never felt so anxious about worldly events. And that is where my hobbies really help me, and YouTube channel, and to keep busy, and can't just always focus on the negative, otherwise you'd go crazy. But at the same time, you can't put your head in the sand about it either, so you've just got to find a balance, don't you? We're already on 18 minutes, so I've got one more stitch to do, and I think I'll continue this off camera, but let's see how the video turns out. And then what I do is, this is another symbol, which it's very close to the blue. This is the plain blue and this one's striped. So you've got to look very carefully. But anyway, I'm going to jump over here, and that's where I'm going to start the next section. That's what we just finished here. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Next time you see this, it might be finished, or I might do another WIP and chat. Might just finish off. I like to finish a little section, leave a little section, finish everything except for just a little section, and then maybe do a, you know, little WIP and chat and finishing video. Anyway guys, look after yourselves wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.